All right, welcome everyone. Good morning, and join
Morning.
us and welcoming Kimberly Noh as we dive into what Kimberly is up to. We know that she is now a expert at construction and real estate, but she's embarking on a new venture, which we'll get to hear about all about today. So take it away, Deb.
Well, good morning, Kim. Kim, how do you say your last name so I don't goof it up?
Oh, come on, should I tell you every time? It's no, opposite of yes.
Well, I my most powerful QuickBooks class I ever taught was called The Power of No. So
Our tagline used to be get in the no hassle zone. Well, now it's say yes to no.
that's great. That's such a perfect last name, isn't it?
I married it. It was
Oh,
good.
who cares? But anyway, how long? Where did we meet? How long have we known each other?
Oh my gosh. Well,
I will
first
tell
of
you that
all,
Kim has known me so long. She still has my AOL address
I
and
know.
contact list.
Oh my gosh, it was. I actually met you at a yard sale, which is ironic.
Really? I don't know. I
Yes,
don't remember that.
that's where we met, and it was your husband, and we were arguing over the same item. And it was so funny. And I gave in and I said, okay, I don't need it that bad. He's tough. He
Be
is.
brutal.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a really long time. And I think you were in Deltona at the time, maybe?
Well, we have always lived in Port Orange, but we might have been in Deltona at a yard sale.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. And we have a place over in Mount Dora. So we're always in that area. Well, we're not anymore. We're in New Hampshire. But we used to be in that area all the time. And yeah, that's where I met you. And you're like, "Oh, do you need bookkeeping help?"
People ask me all the time, where do you meet your customers? I go, I meet them at yard sales.
I was like, "No, I'm a bookkeeper myself."
Oh, really? Cool.
That's how our conversation
You
started.
use QuickBooks? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Best friends from the start.
Exactly. It was a long time ago.
So now you lived in Florida, and I know you recently moved to where?
A year ago we moved to New Hampshire, and
What a
we're in
difference.
Pelham, New Hampshire. And we are possibly moving further north, up to like Laconia, Meredith, Lake
And
Winnebago.
what made you go to New Hampshire?
I came up here for a journey and a possible new adventure, and um, it didn't pan out that way. But you know what? Every step that you do is a learning lesson, and what you take away from it is how you're going to grow and be a better you. So it was great. Very, very rough 2024. I don't ever want to live it again. A lot of things happened, but hey, you come out stronger on the end
That's
and
right.
more positive. So
That's right. And you're a top 10 pro advisor. You won top 10 last year at Scaling New Heights, and you were
I
in the
did.
niche category for
Yep.
you won it in that. So, what is your niche or niche, niche?
I don't know how you call it either. I love construction and the real estate industry. So um, I have been
You
doing
use
it for
QBO?
30 plus years.
Are
Huh?
are you exclusive QBO?
No, I use desktop and QBO. And then I'm also dabbling in some other softwares that I kind of really like for the construction industry. And I just recently found one that's awesome for
What's
real
that?
estate.
Is that like that connects with the GL or like an
With, yes, if y'all remember, I was asking questions about Ledger. And
ledger?
so,
Okay.
yeah,
Mhm.
so I was using Ledger and I added an app with the help of Intuit for property management. So it's pretty snazzy. I was really impressed with it.
What's the app that you're using for property management and ledger?
It is, I can't even remember the name of it. Um,
It'll come when you're not thinking about it.
yeah, exactly. I've only been using it for 2 months, but it's very popular. Everybody uses it.
I know there was a
Appfolio.
what is it?
Yep.
Appfolio.
Appfolio. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Great. Perfect. We'll have to check them out.
Yeah, it's really good.
Now, do they
So,
do it where you can, like, I know we have property and we get a statement.
yep,
I think the
you
computer
do all
is
of that in
in
Appfolio, and
Appfolio,
then, but you have to. It doesn't sync directly. You have to use like an importer type thing.
like Zapier or
Yeah, like Zapier.
Hint or something like that.
hmm And it works really good because you can't put the customers inside Ledger, but you can inside Appfolio.
If you're using, but you, and if you're doing the financials in that, you don't.
You
It's
don't,
kind of like a POS system, in my
right?
opinion. I like people. I don't. I mean, McDonald's does not have every customer in their accounting system.
Exactly.
There's not so many
Exactly.
hamburgers they sold.
Yep.
So I know I have a client that's a retail store, and they import at the receipt level, and I said I'm not doing that.
Oh my gosh.
It's like having every McDonald's customer in QuickBooks. Not happening. Well, so we just do a everyday daily sales summary.
The minute they say inventory, I run, or actually, I refer. I will refer it to anybody. E-commerce. Yeah. No. Mm-mm.
So have you found that being niche has really helped the revenue, what you do, your specialty, your expertise?
I've been doing it for so long. I wouldn't say it's, produced all the revenue or shown me as an expert or anything of that nature, because I think everybody comes to the table with a little bit of knowledge that somebody else doesn't have. And you wouldn't believe how much you actually learn from, contractors and real estate agents and all of that stuff. So I would say not really. Not really. I think my growth and my clients and all of that come from my networking and the ability to connect people together.
And
I
you were
really
telling us about that. You use this product called Alignable, this software called Alignable. Could you tell us about that and what that does for you?
Okay, so think about taking LinkedIn, Facebook, and taking all the garbage out of it and blending it into one awesome community where you create this awesome profile and then you just get to meet people. And you get to know them, like them, and trust them. They can't pitch, they can't sell, they can't do any of that. And I'm a group leader to 4 groups.
Okay, what are the
So,
groups? Can we join the groups, or do we have to be a
yeah.
part?
No, you can join. You can join, and we're always looking for speakers. Anybody that wants to speak is more than welcome to reach out, and we can spotlight you. Or if you have a product you want to sell, we can definitely have you do a demo. Anything like that. We're always looking for people that are specialists in any specific industry. So,
So
yeah.
is that like a marketing tool for people that want to use it?
You can use it as a marketing tool. I can tell you right now, I don't necessarily use my website. It's so outdated, it's crazy, and I don't speak Spanish, but it says I do. Um,
Like Google Translate.
exactly. I use Alignable 100%. So since November to now, 100% of my revenue has come from Alignable.
And so
And
when they find you on Alignable and then they contact you, would you like to do my accounting? And you say,
more or less in the groups, because the whole concept of Alignable is joining individual groups that you want to niche in or you want to connect with your ideal referral partner, your ideal client. So you join these little groups and you get in and you kind of do these little events and you meet them, and they call them smart connects. So I call it like 7 minutes in heaven or 7 minutes in. So, but you meet some great people. I can honestly tell you, I have met some of my best friends on that platform, and they're scattered throughout the entire United States, and I love it.
and it's free, isn't it? It's a free.
They do have a free version, but I can tell you if you join their premier version, right now they're doing a 25% off, and I honestly think it's like $30 a month. Okay. But that gives you more what we call connections, where you can actually connect with other people instead of them connecting just with you.
Okay.
And yeah, they've got a contest going on right now, which is for the top, um, what is it? The business person of the year for your area.
Well, how
So
are you in the lead?
I am, and I've won it for the last 3 years.
Great. So as a winner, what do you get if you win?
We get a badge,
Oh,
and we get stuff that we can publish in like newspaper articles and
oh,
things like
cool.
that.
No, it's a
So,
really great for $30. It sounds like a great marketing tool.
and I'm actually in the higher tier, and I did that because I was noticing such a success with it, and then I started sponsoring zip codes. So in other words, I have an advertisement that goes out every Sunday in the zip codes that I sponsor, and I can change up my ad to whatever I want it to be,
Wow.
and it gets seen.
Mm.
And I'm going to let you know, you can get a zip code for as little as $50 a month.
So, I mean, that's cheaper than a chamber membership.
I dropped the chamber, so yep.
Excellent. Well, I'll have to check that out,
Yeah, I love it. I can tell you, Alicia Katz Pollock has been on. We've had Shannon Tice,
Payroll.
Diane Gilson, Nick Baldo, Mike Milan, Ron Baker,
Ron Baker was on?
Joe Woodard.
Wow. Well, you
Yeah,
got some real stars going on that.
yeah. I'm blessed. I truly, truly am blessed. I'm very happy in what I'm doing. I love Alignable. Everybody that knows me knows that I love it because I love connecting people. That's my biggest thing. I don't care. It's a paycheck of the heart. And I don't know if that's the biggest paycheck you can get is that one.
Well, don't you find that if you do something you love, the money will follow?
Yes, I do. I do. I do. I agree with that 100%.
Exactly. So if you love what you do, it's like, oh, they're paying me for this? I mean,
And you know what the other thing that people don't realize is you're not in competition with every other bookkeeper.
right.
Like I keep saying, we're all knowledgeable in different areas. And isn't it great to have a community of people that are all bookkeepers or accountants or whatever that you can reach out to and say, hey, how are you doing? What's going on in your world? I got a question.
Exactly. I mean, I agree. I think we're all here to support each other. And everybody needs an accountant.
Exactly.
They all need it. So, they keep building banks on street corners.
Exactly. And we're not all the right fit for everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like when I was dating. I mean, I had a lot of dates. Not everybody was good one.
Hey, let's hear about what your new venture is.
Yeah. What's the new one?
I'm dabbling in something new and I'm so excited about it. And I'm going to share really quick on how it started. I'm in Pelham, New Hampshire. It's a really, really, really small town. And I happened to meet a couple that opened a butcher shop. Okay. They are in their 60s. They used their entire retirement, everything, every penny they had, they remortgaged the house to open this butcher shop, which was their dream. Well, it's on the backside of a brick and mortar building, not visible from the street. They are really good at cutting beef and buying all that stuff, but they're horrible at pricing it and how they market it. So when I met them, my whole thought process in this thing was they need a team. They need a support system around them. So they're going to work on the front end, doing what they're great at, selling that meat. And then they're going to have a support system behind them. Business coaches, banks, financial advisors, bookkeepers, tax preparers, everybody, I don't know, coalition, so to speak. Is that a good word for it? Where everybody kind of just works as a team to help this company grow, picking them up and bringing them along. But you need to have an accountability with them that every 90 days or every, 6 months, you're going down that balance sheet and that profit and loss and saying, hey, we're up. We're making that enduring legacy. Hey, let's keep going. How can we change it? Okay, we're hitting slow season. What are we going to do? Are we going to cut back on our purchasing or are we reducing pricing? Are we getting a better price? What are we doing? So that's where all of the different people will come into play.
Right.
And being that I'm on Alignable, I have such a strong networking connection that I have those coaches, I have those financial advisors, and so on behind us. And we even have a person that I absolutely adore. She's an accountability coach. And let me tell you, you meet her and it's life changing.
And what do you mean by accountability coach? What does she do?
In your everyday life, sometimes you need a quick kick in the and she's the type of person that will do it. She holds you accountable for what you say, what you do, how you're going to do it. And you really want that follow through, because if you're not, you're letting somebody else down, but you're not only letting them down, you're letting yourself down. So she's there to motivate you and to hold you accountable, you know? So
And
she
it's
has
all okay
a book
because
out.
see, I think that as bookkeepers, we are really more than the old-fashioned data entry.
Yeah,
We help businesses
Mhm.
succeed, like you said, on the back end. They're the front end
exactly.
visionaries, and when
Yeah.
you can put all that other stuff into place to make that dream of theirs come true, and you're doing that with this butcher shop.
Yeah, I am. I really, they've become like a second family to me. My parents are in Florida. My daughter's in Florida. My grandkids are in Florida. And they've kind of become that extended family for me.
And where
Um,
did you meet them? Did you meet them at Alignable, or
no, at an estate sale.
don't you think that it's amazing what you find at garage sales? You just have to ask. You just have to talk.
Yeah, it's
That's
true.
the secret. Just talk to people and
It's,
ask them questions.
you have to be, you know what? I learned with the help of being a leader on Alignable and connecting with people that I was usually petrified to connect with, but now I'm not. I feel confident in walking up to them. Um, but doing all of that lets you step outside your comfort zone, and you just, I can't tell you that warm feeling that you get. So,
Great, that's great. Now, other than accounting and bookkeeping, do you have any other hobbies, things you like to do for fun?
oh, yes. I like to knit. I like to crochet. Um, I don't think
Oh,
there's
how about that?
right now. I'm into the finger knitting, or the hand knitting to make the blankets. I know you see them everywhere.
Do you use like the big bulky yarn, or do you get
Yes, the
like
big chunky yarn, and
and what's finger knitting? You don't use needles. You'd use your hands,
right.
your arm.
But I went and I actually got a loom. Well, I had a loom made. I came up with I saw it on a YouTube video and I was like, I want that. So I went on Etsy and I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm not paying that price. I know you can make it a lot cheaper than that. So I just kind of got the materials, made it,
Now,
and
is it a straight loom or one of those round ones,
nope,
or
it's a long piece of wood, and I put some round 7-8 inch dowels on it, like just about a half an inch apart, so the blanket's tighter with a tighter stitch, and they work up in like 3 hours. They're so much fun to make. They
and do you
really
sell them? Do you give them away? Do you what do
are.
you?
I like to give things away, so
Where do you
yeah.
get your yarn?
Well, right now Joann's is having a really good yarn palooza, so.
Yeah, they're going out of business, I think.
I heard that. I will be devastated because if not, then I'm buying it from Hobby Lobby, and I can't walk into a Hobby Lobby without spending $600. So, uh, so I'm on first name basis. Do you know I walk in their door and they're like, "Hey, come over here! Look what we got coming in."
I know with knitters, people that don't knit don't get the obsession we have with yarn and all of that
Oh,
kind of stuff. Like,
I
now
have a
these
whole
old
room.
ladies sitting around knitting.
I literally have a whole room just for yarn, and I am not even kidding you. You tell me the color, the weight you want, I can tell you what we can do. And I do amagami, is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's little animals.
Yeah, I do the animals
For
and
anyone that doesn't know, that's little animals. If you know the little knitted animals. Have
yep,
you
I do.
made your the comfort chicken yet? The emotional support chicken.
Yes,
That's a very famous pattern out there for those in the know.
I will let you. I honestly will tell you that was the very first one that I made. But I will let you know that is a different type of crocheting. You really got to pay attention because there's a lot of. It's tiny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I have
it's
a girlfriend. Her name is Michelle, and she worked with a client of mine. She did that and crocheted vegetables and animals, and she just was brilliant at it.
yeah,
And
it's fun. It's something you do when like if I'm stressed out and I need to think about, hey, how am I going to handle this? I will just literally sit back and grab something and start working on it, because then my mind is clearing, and then when I look back at what I'm doing, I'm like focused again. So
Well, it's very meditative. It's very good for your mental health. And yeah, I know this is an accounting podcast, but but it's very good because I don't know. I'm sitting there knitting, and I can. Oh, that's how I'm going to take care of that transaction. You know.
yeah,
So I
and
really
I'm dead serious. That's what I do. I just step back. I
make sure.
step back and think about it. And then when I can't figure it out, I'm calling Alicia. I'm calling Dan DeLong. I'm like posting it on Facebook. I'm like, I need help.
Isn't that the best thing though? I mean, when we make friends with this whole place. Now you go to Scaling New Heights, and we've met.
Yes.
A lot of people there. You get to meet. You see them on Facebook, and you're like best friends. What? Well, Don and I met at QuickBooks Connect.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
a year and a half ago. We
I
met.
have
We
not
met
gone.
on a podcast.
Oh, see, I
And
haven't been to a QB Connect since it was in California. I
oh, you got to go back.
I have a timeshare in Vegas. I've been there 15 times. I don't need to ever go to Vegas. If you can get off that airplane and you can get into the rental car and you know everywhere to go and how to get there without having to ask or look at a map or GPS or anything, you've been there one too many times.
I
And
like it. I like all the lights. I don't gamble, but I like all the lights and the action and the.
oh, see, I like to gamble.
Uh,
So, and I don't like I can't do the slots. I can't handle that just sitting there and, punching a button type thing. I have to be into the games.
what do you play?
So,
Poker, blackjack?
I love 3-card poker, Texas Hold'em, 7-card stud. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hal likes all those games too.
Yeah.
I remember I met Hal on the internet, and he asked me one time, "How do you feel about gambling?" And I said, "I one time lost 25 cents on the Ocean City Boardwalk, and I still regret it."
Oh, I really like gambling to the point where I bought a scratch off ticket in October of 2024, and I won $20,000. And I took my husband to Europe,
Nice.
and we spent October in Scotland and Ireland. So
Did you see the sheep there to get the wool?
we definitely saw sheep. We also, it's ironic. We live in Florida. We have hurricanes. We go to Scotland, and they have this thing called Storm Babette, and that's their version of a hurricane. The entire country shuts down. You've got mudslides. You've got this going on and that going on. We were stuck in Edinburgh. I was like, can we get on a plane and go back to Ireland?
Now, is this when you lived in Florida, or did?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Cool.
So
Cool.
that was fun.
And how long ago did you go to Ireland or Scotland?
It was a year ago this past October.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
So, what else do you love about being a bookkeeper and accountant? Any words of advice for anybody?
I would just say love what you do.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel that bookkeeping is you're bored, or you've lost that luster, or you just don't feel comfortable doing it anymore, find a different avenue. It doesn't have to be outside of the accounting world, but just find something else. Find a different niche that you want to go into. Maybe you just want to sit and do bank recs all day. Reach out to a couple of CPAs and say, hey, look, all I want to do is bank recs. Or if you like doing just journal entries, reach out to a CPA and say, hey, I'll do all your tax prep. Just send it my way.
Yeah, I mean, like cleanup work is very big. I know Janice, who was our first guest on this, she likes the cleanup work.
I like cleanup and setups. I do like them.
Donna
But
does a
only
lot
for
of setups,
construction.
don't you, Donna?
Yeah, I do a lot of setups. I do cleanups. I do everything.
Yeah,
At this point, I'll do everything because I love it all. And it's all varied. So it's different projects all the time. So, yeah, what you said about there's a lot of avenues. Explore them all.
My favorite
That's
is
what
when
I
I
do.
get to go into an Excel project.
Oh, I hate Excel.
Oh,
Me
it's my
too. Yes, Excel is like, no. She talks about Excel and I start to glaze over.
I do too. It's like, oh.
Oh no, I come up with these fancy spreadsheets. They're works of art. When I was at Connect, I showed this to Sand people my spreadsheets to import. They went, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, no. I am totally good with saying, "Hey, I need help with a spreadsheet."
Yeah.
And there's a gentleman that's in Alignable, and he's in one of our groups, and he is spot on with Excel spreadsheets. So he's my go-to for any of that. Because no, we all have our strengths. Remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah.
Now, do you have children? I mean, I heard you mention grandkids.
Yes, I have a son that's 28, a daughter that's 30, and I have two awesome grandchildren. One is almost 3, and one is, gosh, he's going to be 9.
Wow.
Ironic, I will share with you. My youngest grandson was born at the very same second that Hurricane Ian hit landfall in Charlotte County.
Oh my. Wait, do they live in Charlotte County?
No, they actually live 45 minutes north of that in Apollo Beach, Riverview, Ruskin
Did they
area.
name him Ian?
No, his name's Dalton. But on his first birthday, they had a hurricane. And on his second birthday, they had a hurricane. This last big hurricane that went through,
What, Milton?
yeah, it was on his birthday.
Yeah.
So let's just say he is a hurricane.
Yeah. Hurricanes are big down here. And Don has fires and
Yeah.
earthquakes.
Yes, we have snow.
Yeah.
We have
Now
snow.
you have now in New Hampshire. What do you have? Snow.
Yep, snow. And I will let you all know, I still have not turned my heat on.
We asked her before the podcast. What's the temperature in your house?
It's 33, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we're at 38 now.
Oh my gosh.
We only keep the thermostat set to where they say the pipes won't freeze. So if it gets down low enough and it's that risk factor, then the heat will kick on, but we haven't felt it kick on at all yet.
If you ever get any meat from that butcher shop, you don't even need a freezer.
No. I'll tell you what, I've learned a lot about butcher shops. They sell more than just meat.
Oh, like what?
Yes.
I don't know, they're called Tennessee mussels or Tennessee oysters or something.
They're like the testicles, aren't they?
And then some.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's more than just the testicles, honey.
Oh, it's all the boy parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
I had to walk away from the meat display. I was like, oh no. Can we go meet in the back room or something? And if you know me, you know I'm going to ask, hey, what is that? And then literally I was like, oh, we need to leave the room now.
So did they show you how to cook it? Did they,
They talked about it. They said it's like a real big delicacy. And I'm like, well, not for me, it isn't.
Nice.
So.
I mean, I look at the beef tongue and I'm like, ugh.
Actually, that's not too bad if it's cooked the right way. It
Still.
really isn't.
I know. I don't like touching meat. I have to wear gloves.
Oh, you and my son both. My son will not touch anything that has not been cooked.
Me too. I wear gloves for everything.
Yep.
How good when I first started doing with Hal, he goes, "Oh, you like don't want to, germs?" I go, "No, I just don't want to touch the meat." Cooks on TV, would they go in the meatloaf?
Oh, I like. I do wear gloves for that, the plastic ones, because it gets cold.
I have boxes of them.
Oh.
I like my gloves.
I like to cook. It's called air fryers. They're really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Or crock pots. I can tell you, we turned our oven on once, and that was to cook a turkey.
Oh, did they sell turkeys and stuff there too, or just?
Yes, but you know what? We have them running around, and I wanted to kill one so bad. I just wanted to say I killed a turkey, and we're eating the turkey I killed. Well, they were like, "No, you don't want this." Like, okay, and you can get in trouble for shooting one. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'm not going to do that then.
Yeah, I have a friend, Larry. He goes in turkey hunting, and apparently have a little head. You got to.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're loud, and they're in packs. Like big packs. So
yeah, he goes, "Oh, this is a turkey I shot in Georgia." I'm like, "Oh, good." I don't want to think about that. And then he has them displayed on the wall with their feathers and.
I thought when we moved, we're in like the center of 4.5 acres of land all around us. It's all like woods around us. And I thought we were like in that little safe haven. There's people that go hunting on all the different types of hunting that you can do all around us. So at any given time during
Mhm.
hunting season, you can hear gunshots, and everybody's like, oh, they're just hunting. And you just go back to work.
Okay, as long as they don't shoot you, I guess it's okay.
But it's like the first time I was like, oh my gosh, you got to run and hover, take cover. But
This
no.
is great. Well, we're at the half hour, so I wanted to. Any
Yes,
other words of inspiration you want to share with everybody? That
I do. I say something at the end of every one of my alignable events, and this one is important. I want you to know that you're creating generational wealth by yourself, that you have the strength to endure all failures and all successes. Every day, you're creating a fantastic business opportunity. You provide products and services that people need. You work intently towards reaching your goals, and you are always trying to achieve that positive outlook. So, with that, I want to thank you guys both for having me on,
well,
and I
thank
want
you for coming
everybody
on.
successful.
I have to share with you. She called me yesterday, saying, "No, you're not going to make me look bad, are you?" I said, "No, no, no, we're nice.
I was like, okay, what questions are you going to ask me?
It's going to be friends. We're friends. It's just three friends talking."
Yep.
I love it. This has been
Thank you
great.
so much for taking your time early this morning and coming on our Bookkeepers on Fire podcast. And
Thank you for
any
having
other
me.
last words, Don, before we sign off for today?
Hey guys, I just learned a lot about Kimberly, so it's great to get to know more about you. Deb
Thank
knows her better than me, but oh, so awesome to learn about a lot of things. I'm gonna check out Alignable. I'm
Definitely.
like definitely gonna be going into that world and checking that out. I've heard a lot of great things, and Kimberly just reinforced it for me and reminded me. So my
Definitely.
thing, but
And if
for
anybody
everyone
needs
out
help,
there, check it out.
yeah,
Great.
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, just pop on. It might not be for you, but
Mhm.
it's definitely something to try, you know. It's better,
Great.
like I said, it's better than LinkedIn and Facebook. Although I do like Facebook, but I don't know any of the other apps. Don't even ask me to tell you the social media apps because people will laugh at me.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
With
People
that.
have to constantly correct me. I'm glad X is X because I had it switched to. Oh, I'm not even gonna tell you because now I can't remember.
All right.
Well,
Well,
we're
as
going to
we head
sign
out, remember to like and subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week.
off.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Bye bye.
Thank you.